off and racing. Big Buzz misses it and is left at the back of the field. Mighty Gully rushed into an early lead. So Mighty Gully narrowly with that lead, rushing down on the outside. That's another one and Bowmore. So another one assumes the lead from Bowmore racing in second. Mighty Gully relegated to third. Then comes Princess Chris, now joined on the outside by racing at the back of the field. That's Big Buzz. They head towards the 3, and it is just the leader. That's another one. Just the leader from Bowmore attacking on the inside. Bowmore and another one. These two sharing it. They're 4 lengths in front of Mighty Gully. Princess Chris and still at the back of the field. That's Big Buzz, and it is another one turning on the heat. Another one goes on from left back on the inside. That is Bowmore. It's another one in front coming to the furlong pole. Bowmore right against the rail, switched off it. Another one in front. Bowmore is coming back for more. It's another one still in front, about a length or 2 in front of Bowmore. Mighty Gully is flying on the outside. Another one shutting off. Mighty Gully closing. Another one. Mighty Gully gone by together. Bowmore back in third. Princess Chris in fourth. They're off and racing. Honor Prince gets a good start. So does Bad Girl Khaleesi. Right there too in the middle. That is Enthusiasm. So Enthusiasm looks to have the lead. It's Enthusiasm in the middle. Over on the far side, that is Native Flyer. So Enthusiasm just in front of Honor Prince and Native Flyer. Also coming on the outside, that is a Tribal Chief. They're coming to the furlong and a half pole, and it is still making the run in Enthusiasm. Just the leader from Tribal Chief. Right there to Honor Prince coming once again. It is still Enthusiasm. Honor Prince trying to get the Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm keeping on from Honor Prince. Enthusiasm and Umar Walker lands a second from Honor Prince. Then comes Tribal Chief and Native Flyer back and forth.
They're off. Uncle Baba steps out just a shade slowly, along with Secret Sensation left at the back with a 1 code and a Benison. But they dash now toward the 7. Mineola showing speed. Costa Living moving down on the outside. They share it. Baby Grey is asked to make some ground just in behind them as they run past the 6. Miracle Selection on the outside, overtaken by an improving Uncle Baba. They flash past the 6. Roaring Kitty comes next. The Grey Midnight Runner is next. A huge gap opens up to Benison racing on the outside. Down on the rail, that Secret Sensation and 1 code left at the back. They slip past the 5. They're making their way now toward the half mile and that bend for home. And it is Acosta Living just the leader by 3 parts of a length. Mineola now pressing home the attack and hugging the rail as they slip past the half mile. Uncle Baba needs to find some 6 lengths to get to them. Roaring Kitty races on the outside. Here comes Midnight Runner now beginning to make some progress as they go, flashing now past the 3/8 pole. A Roaring Kitty is fading. Secret Sensation racing up next. Benison asked to make ground but has a lot to do along with Miracle Selection. Then Baby Grey and a 1 code with a mountain to climb as the field come into the top of the lane. A 1/4 mile to run. It is a Costa Living now shaken up, and Costa Living has a good looking lead. Midnight Runner, a burly sort, now asked to close under the left hand stick. Uncle Baba is the one in the green cap racing out wide, making ground on the rail. That's Secret Sensation, but Costa Living leaves the furlong pole with what looks to be an unstoppable advantage. It's Costa Living and Emilio McLean. Costa Living and Emilio McLean come bounding in for the 7th, and they win with ease by maybe 8 or 9. Uncle Baba in a photo with Benison coming from the back. Secret Sensation is next. Midnight Runner looks to be 5th. They're off. Mr. Lee steps off slowly. Danka didn't and gets an early lead. Platinum Princess in pursuit, a length down, now a half a length as Platinum Princess and Danka make a race for that lead as they slip past the 5/8 pole. These two glued together. Bad Girl Carisi races back in third spot on the rail. That's Simply Enchanting, joined by Ascend. Beautiful Sunset is racing with that group of horses, and Mr. Lee left at the back. They're about to arrive at the 5/16th, and it is a Danka near the rail. Platinum Princess pressing home the attack all the time on the outside as they turn for home, and the favourite Danka is asked to kick. Platinum Princess trying to stay with Danka. Simply Enchanting is over against the rail. Beautiful Sunset drifting off the fence, but it is Danka, the favourite, who has that lead. Platinum Princess continues the chase, but needs to find 3 or more. Danka out in front. Platinum Princess and Beautiful Sunset, they look to be battling for minor shares as Danka continues to hold the advantage. They drive to the line, and Danka hangs tough to win by a length. Beautiful Sunset running on too late is second. Then Platinum Princess and Mr. Lee is fourth.
They're off and racing. Good Conscience misses it, along with a Pretty Perfect. Giant Vigorous goes for that lead. Life is Light is right there too. There goes on the outside that Star Quest. Just behind them, that's that Money Mission, overtaken by Miss Brayton. Then comes a 3 lengths before we come to Good Conscience, now joined by Pretty Perfect, and just at the back of the field, that's Modern Monarch. Passing the 3 and coming to the top of the lane, and it is on the outside Star Quest, just the leader from right against the rail. That's Giant Vigorous. Star Quest in front, Giant Vigorous trying to come on. Also coming on the outside, that is Pretty Perfect, but it is Star Quest in front. Pretty Perfect trying to get to Star Quest. Pretty Perfect is coming on strongly. Star Quest hanging on top. Pretty Perfect trying to get to Star Quest. It's Star Quest still in front. Pretty Perfect comes a calling on the outside. Star Quest, Pretty Perfect. Pretty Perfect now goes on, and Shane Ellis will have a double on the day. Pretty Perfect beats Star Quest. Then comes Miss Brayton. Looks like Giant Vigorous back in fourth. They're off on racing, and that's a very good start as Enthusiasm blast into an early lead, and it's Enthusiasm passing the 6 in front of Linguist, settle back into second, then a bunch right against the rail, that 1,000 Treasures. Brahma Bull is also in the mix on the outside. That's Easy Money racing at the back of the field, Papi Uso. They head toward the 4, and it's still crowded up front, and 1,000 Treasures looks to be just the leader. From just on the outside, Shine Like the Sky, right there too, that Easy Money. Linguist backing out of it a bit. Brahma Bull is right there too, and still left out of it, that's Papi Huso. They passed the 3, and they're still in a tight bunch. And now on that lead, that's Easy Money. Easy Money goes on from Shine Like the Sky. Easy Money, Shine Like the Sky. Watching right in the middle and in the thick of things, Enthusiasm out wide. That's Brahma Bull coming against the rail and coming forward nicely. That's Linguist, but Easy Money. Linguist now slips through on the inside and grab that lead. Brahma Bull coming down on the outside, but it's Linguist, and Dick Cardenas looks to be traveling the better. Brahma Bull left back into second, and Linguist begins to pull away. Linguist going on to win, and this is a sizzling performance. Linguist beating Brahma Bull. Then comes Enthusiasm back in fourth. That's Easy Money.
They're off. First start wins Cherry Links, gets a good one, along with Princess Chris rushing up on the outside. 1,000 Treasures not too far away. Toward the outside, Easy Money now beginning to overtake horses. A gap opens up to Shine Like the Sky. Then Uncle Baba and Papi Uso at the back of the field. They're arriving at the half mile and go running into that turn. Wayne's a Cherry Links just a leader. A length in front of Princess Chris. Easy Money now tracks them and begins to make progress as they slip past the 3. A gap opens up to 1,000 Treasures. A further gap to Shine Like the Sky. Then Uncle Baba and Papi Uso remains firmly planted at the back as the leader will come thundering into the top of the lane. Wayne's a Cherry Links out in front. Toward the outside, that is Princess Chris, asked to make ground. Easy Money as they charge down toward the final furlong. 1,000 Treasures is seen making ground against the rail, but can they catch this? Wayne's a Cherry Links inside the final furlong, in control. Wayne's a Cherry Links running away from the field. A 16th to catch. Wayne's Cherry Links and devastating Dane Dawkins is hunting a second, and he'll get it. Wayne's Cherry Links eased down in the end. They're looking at brake lights. Uncle Baba is second. Princess Chris third. 1,000 Treasures is fourth.
They're often racing, not a bad line as No Apology lost into an early lead. So it's No Apology in front. Margarita rushing down on the outside as they go past the 5. Riley J tracks them right there in third, about 4 lengths before we come to Native Flyer, just behind Native Flyer Duchess, and way out of it, that's Kuzmi racing at the back of the field. They head toward the 3, and it is Margarita on that lead. Attacked on the outside by Riley J. Watching them from third, that's No Apology, about 3 or 4 lengths before we come to Native Flyer, joined on the inside by Duchess, and way out of it, never been in it. That's Kuzmi. They're coming to the top of the lane, and it is Margarita and Riley J. These two fighting. Riley J pointing ahead of Margarita, trying to come on the rail. That's No Apology, but they're still fighting. Riley J and Margarita. Riley J, Margarita. This is where the race lies, with Riley J getting the upper hand, coming to the half a furlong pole. It's Riley J in front. Margarita trying to come back, but Riley J says no, and Riley J begins to go away from Margarita. They're all fighting for second, closing fast. That's Duchess. So it got tight for second. Riley J, Duchess, and Margarita, along with No Apology for the Miners.
They're off. Riley J left at the back early. Native Flyer took off quickly, attacked already by Woman in Love as they slipped past the 6. Kimuchi has made good progress and goes now vying for that lead. Woman in Love by a neck over Kimuchi as they make their way toward the 5. Khaleesi now going down into third. Native Flyer close up in fourth. A break back to Enthusiasm and Costa Livinde run together. Riley J is next, and at the back of the field it's Simply Enchanting as they've left the half mile and go sprinting into the turn for home. One in Love takes them along with a 2-length lead. Khaleesi now let loose and asked to close the gap. Kimuchi fading back, overtaken by a Native Flyer. Casa Living races in front of Riley J. Enthusiasm races second from the back as they've left the 3, and Simply Enchanting found wanting at the back. They slip past the 5/16th. Woman in Love will bring them into the top of the lane with a commanding advantage at the moment. It is a Woman in Love out in front, leaves a quarter pole behind. Here is Native Flyer now let loose on the outside. Riley J. Khaleesi races near the rail, right against it. That's Casa Living, but Woman in Love continues to show them her rear end. A furlong to catch. A Woman in Love and a Radish Roman, the sneaky fox. He's looking for a triple on the card. A 16th to come. Here now is Enthusiasm running enthusiastically on the outside, but not good enough. One in Love takes the good prospect. Enthusiasm is second. Casa Living third. Native Flyer fourth. Riley J fifth.
Now they're off and racing. Attila does everything and give the rest of the field a huge jump. As a cutout is if one to first to show. Right on the inside, that's African Beauty. Just behind them, that's Duchess. Then comes Miss Brayton racing back there. Coming down on the outside, that's Mineola. Then comes a Starry P, overtaken by D Storm. Then comes a Roaring Kitty, right against the rail as they go towards the 4. That is You're My Sweetie, just beside You're My Sweetie, Giant Vigorous, out wide. That is Starry P. Jody's Fun comes next. Then comes Pretty Brown Ting, and racing at the back of the field, a slow starting Attila. They come toward the 2.5 furlong point, and it is cut out on that lead, and cutting out from them about 3 lengths in front of, chasing down into second. That's Duchess. They're at the top of the lane. Cut out still in front. Duchess applying all the pressure. Cut out still in front of Duchess. Here comes also coming on. That's Miss Brayton. Cut out finding extra, coming to the furlong pole with a good looking lead. Duchess still there applying the pressure, but it's still cut out. Duchess, and also closing. Here comes a Roaring Kitty, roaring them down. They're coming to the half a furlong pole. Cut out on the pressure from Roaring Kitty, and Roaring Kitty now hits the front, and Roaring Kitty begins to go away from Cut Out and Duchess. Roaring Kitty beats Duchess, then comes Cut Out. Miss Brayton is 4th, back in 5th, D Storm.
Thank you for watching another video produced by the team from quickgallopjaya.com and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper. Please stay on the channel for other enlightening videos on those involved in local horse racing. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell.